Beth is back, and I'm not really sure how to summarize what I'm talking about today, so I'm just going to sort of start talking and figure it out as I go along. So, last night, or 2 nights ago, I went to see Sunset Boulevard, which is an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical. He's the one who did Phantom of the Opera and Cats and a lot of other ones I can't remember right now, but he's known for big scores and weirdly similar plot lines, as I found out. And Sunset Boulevard is one of the less well-known ones, but it's basically Phantom of the Opera in Hollywood and somewhat gender swapped. So the Christine character is this writer guy who gets into this weird relationship with a film star who's like twice his age, and then there's another writer who's like a couple years younger than him, and they get into a relationship, and it's a big lovely mess, and it's difficult to explain. And also, I wasn't really paying that much attention to the main plot because I was completely distracted by the ensemble. And part of that is because the last shows I was in before the incident, I was in ensemble, and I auditioned for the lead roles, and I never got them. But the thing about being an ensemble is, even if you tell yourself you'll be okay with it, by the time you audition, you're set on the lead, and then by the time you get to the show, you're convinced that you would have hated the lead, and you're having way much more fun in ensemble. It makes it somewhat relieving when you don't get the lead. But the thing about ensemble is that I firmly believe that it's more work and more fun than the leads, but it's also much more thankless. So for example, when I did Beauty and the Beast, we had a very small company, and so I was in ensemble, but I was doing a lot of the set changes. So I was on between every single scene changing things. And this is very different from if I were the lead. I was on, every couple of scenes, and I had more lines, but it was a lot less work. The leads, they need to be spectacular, right? But the ensemble does too, because the ensemble carries the show. If you have a lead who's, decent or even awful, everybody will feel a little awkward for them, and kind of wonder how they got the part. But if the ensemble is good, then the show can still be carried. And if the leads are, fantastic, but the ensemble is really bad, the show will still be flat, because no matter what the lead does, they're not in every scene. And while the ensemble might not be, they're in the big numbers, they're the ones dancing all the time and doing the big choreographed things, and so if you have a bad ensemble, your show's not going to be good. But the ensemble gets no thanks for this, as I've found out. But while I was watching Sunset Boulevard, all I could think was, the ensemble is fantastic. You could tell that all of them were really good singers, and they knew what they were doing, and they were great actors, and it made the ensemble scenes so fun. And then you'd get to one of the scenes with just the writer and the silent film person, and it would just, fall flat, and you'd be feeling uncomfortable because there was weird stuff happening, and then it would be an ensemble number again, and it was all exciting. And sometimes during the big numbers, the leads would be singing, and I would miss what they were singing because I was watching the ensemble, because I know, how much work it takes to stand in the background of a scene and look like you're irritated or having fun when all you want to do is go cry because you lost 2 of your costume pieces. So I ended up being somewhat unsatisfied with the show. I remember feeling very much the same way in Phantom of the Opera. All the scenes between Christine, Raoul, and Phantom felt weird and uncomfortable, but then the big ensemble scenes like Masquerade, and I just got really excited and pumped up and like... So, what I'm saying is, being the lead can be fun, but being an ensemble is... You're the ones who make the show, and that's really important. So even if you're not the most famous one, you're not the one who gets all the recognition, you're helping build the story. And it's every bit as important. So now this is turning into a great motivational speech thing, but listen to Lin-Manuel Miranda, who said in his speech at UPenn that be the best supporting character you can be for other people. Be the detail that they remember as part of their great day or their great experience. So it applies to acting, and it also applies to life. So, I'm not really sure where I thought I was going with that, but I hope it helps anybody who is into acting and performing and gets disappointed that they didn't get the lead, or someone who is sad that they didn't get to have their starring moment, they didn't get to be the one who got all the recognition. You're still important. That's just what I was thinking after seeing that. And if you want to listen to Sunset Boulevard, skip all the Norma Desmond songs and go straight to the New Year's one, this time next year. It's wonderful. So, yeah. Thanks for listening to my rambling.